Hi guys, I'm popping in to teach you about rivets today. This isn't going to be anything with sewing or embroidery. This is just how to install rivets, so it should go really quick and simple. So first I have a plain rivet, which I am going to use to put together a keychain instead of like a snap. So what you have is you have the rivet post, which is the one that kind of looks like a nail, and then you have a rivet cap. So what you're going to do is you're going to use this, and both sides of this particular rivet look the same. So it doesn't matter which side you're going to use for your keychain. Like if you're going to use a rhinestone or some kind of specialized thing, obviously you'd want that on the outside. So this one, I have vinyl, and there's no guidelines in this, but I'm just going to ballpark it. So I'm going to obviously want one on the end and one towards the middle of the keychain. So then I'm going to be able to use it, and it's going to hold the vinyl together like that. You can use an owl and like poking scissors. You can do a lot of different things, but the best thing I found is a leather punch because it makes the hole the perfect size. You can adjust the sizes for your rivets, and so this is the size that works best for me. So I am going to just poke one hole on, like I said, the top, and then one towards like the bottom of the design where I want it to go. And obviously you're going to want to center it. Wherever you're poking the hole is where the rivet is going to end up going. And then if you do end up having some scrap vinyl in your design, just poke it out with whatever you have handy. Then the key is, if you're going to do a keychain or like a lobster clip or anything, I would suggest doing that now, especially with the certain ones that you're not going to be able to put in later. Obviously, if you really wanted to, you could put a key ring in later, but that's not really worth it. Okay, so now my key ring is put there, and then I'm going to poke the rivet in, and I'm going to guide it through the hole, and then I'm going to have it come through the back. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cap on, and rivets are kind of nice because if you can hear, okay, you can't hear, but they have a little, normally they kind of hold on to one another, unlike snaps and other things, so it kind of keeps it in before you have to actually install it. And because I said that, this one's not doing that. Oh no, it is. Okay, it's kind of holding. So there, and you pop it on. So there are different ways to install an actual rivet, but the original way that comes with most rivet sets, like if you get them for like a beginner set, is you have the anvil and you have the setter. So I'm going to teach you how to do this first because this is the best way to do it if you don't have a cheater method. So the part that I said was the actual rivet post, which is the nail, is going to go down on the anvil like that. And then all you're going to do is the setter has like kind of an indented side. There's a flat side for a hammer, and then this has like an indent. See how that kind of has a curve? You meet that onto the other side of the rivet, and then all you're going to do is you're going to take a hammer and you're going to hit it. I don't want to make the camera go crazy, so see all of that anvil, and then rivet post, rivet cap, setter, hammer. I'm going to just take this in my lap for 1 second. Obviously, I don't suggest this is the best idea to use on a book, but why not, right? For the time being. So then all you have is, put all this stuff back. Then you have rivet, and it's handy dandy, and it's hooked in forever, and it won't go. Rivets are not going to open up again. They're just not snaps or anything else. So once you want to do this, you make sure that you actually really want to do that. Okay, the other kind I have is a rhinestone one, and the only time, I'm just going to show that to you really fast because then it's going to just kind of give you an idea of what you can do for a cheater method. So the rhinestone rivet has a pretty edge. It's shiny on the post. So it's the exact same thing you do. You're just going to slide it through after you poke the hole, and then you're going to put your key ring, you're going to cover it, and then you're going to slide on the rivet cap. So this is all the exact same, except you're going to want, well, it's not ugly, but the boring side towards the back, and then you're going to want the pretty side towards the front. But my cheater is going to be the cam snap installer, and it makes it really easy because then it just does the crunch work for you and you don't have to do the hammer. And all you want to do is you want to make sure that when you do it, you center it, because sometimes the cap can come out, but these rhinestones are easy because the rhinestone isn't going to mess up the cap. So all you do is you just put that down, you crunch, and you're done. But the only thing is see how I had the rhinestone on this black part? That's not doing any of the squishing, that's just basically keeping it. This more like plasticky one is doing the crunching. So what you have to see is when you do the cheater method, the crunch will make an indent. So that's your own prerogative. Do you see how that's an indent and it's not flat? But the pretty side came out totally fine. So that's up to you, but that is the risk that you're going to take if you do the cheater method. So that is how you install a rivet. Easy peasy. Bye.